And you can kind of see, like, see how this is just like, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm showing you how you can make it even more snatched. This is kind of like just my normal look, and this is going to be a lot more lifted, a lot more snatched. And we're back with another educational beauty video. I'm Nina Ubhi, I'm a professional makeup artist, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can snatch your face using one step. This is super easy to do, it's really quick, and it's going to completely change the way your makeup looks. Now, if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And I'm over on Instagram, so you might want to head over there if you like reels, unboxing, and just a bit of behind the scenes. Now let's jump straight into the video. I'm sure when you see kind of pictures of people with super snatched faces, like the makeup is just amazing and everything looks so lifted and well snatched, I'm sure you are wondering, how do they do that? And I'm sure you also think to yourself, well, actually there's probably a lot of steps involved in that, and especially with the kind of tutorials sometimes you see, or like reels and TikTok and things like that and shorts, where there's just so many different steps. So I really wanted to show you today a very quick and easy way to snatch your face. Now I'm just going to go through with you what I would do before you do this, but it doesn't mean that you have to. It just will help it, if you see what I mean. But ultimately there is just this one step which can help you to get that really nice snatched look. Obviously you would have done your base, you would have set it with your powder, you would have put your bronzer on or your contour powder, like whatever it is that you use to kind of sculpt your face, you know, like, or just warm up your face, or maybe you've put some blush on as well. Maybe you don't even use bronzer or contour, maybe it's just blush. You can still do this with that. Now currently what I have on my face is my foundation. I have set it with powder. I have also applied a little bit of blush and just a bit of bronzer on my cheeks and probably a little bit around the perimeter of my face. Other than that, just my brows, lips, and that's about it really. Now you can do this step that I'm going to show you either straight after finishing everything, like your base and everything, or you could actually do it later on in the day. Say you've had your makeup on all day and you just want to kind of give it that nice snatch look, just refresh it and make it look really lifted. You can use this step. So you don't have to only do this just after when you've finished like your whole look in general. Now what I'm going to start with is a couple of products and I'm going to go through them with you. Now first off, I have a pressed powder. It doesn't mean you need to use a pressed powder. You could use a loose powder as long as it is lighter than your skin tone. That's the main thing here, and something which kind of shows up on your skin. So for example, you don't want to go for a translucent powder because basically it will probably just like, it won't leave any kind of brightness to the face. You want something which is lighter than your skin tone, will add a bit of brightness to your skin, and it should be matte, by the way. So don't pick like a shimmer or a highlighter or anything like that. Make sure it is a matte powder. The powder that I'm going to be using is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. It's just such a long name, I can never remember what it is. Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and the shade that I'm using is medium 2. The next product you're going to need is something with a kind of flat edge. So you can get those kind of like, you know, those sponges you can get them from like Target or like any kind of like pharmacies and things like that. They're just like, they have a flat edge and they're pretty cheap, you know, they're really easy. Like it's disposable sponges, I think that's what they're called. You can get that, or you can get a normal beauty blender which has a flat edge, like not a beauty blender, a makeup sponge. This isn't a beauty blender, this is a makeup sponge. Beauty blender is kind of this one, you know, the actual brand. So what you want is a sponge which has a flat surface, so quite a sharp edge there. That's what we're looking for, not just a flat surface but also that sharp edge there. Now it can be, I think from what I remember, Real Techniques do a sponge which basically has a slight like a straight edge. That would work really well too. Now I'm just going to use this one. I have a feeling this might be a Tarte sponge. I'm not 100% sure. There's no branding on it, but it has a flat edge, so that's what we're going to use. The next product you're going to need is a brush, something which is soft, lightweight, not too big, and something that doesn't kind of like it's not too dense, you know, you want something which is just soft and not too hard at all. So this is my Real Techniques setting brush. This is the perfect brush for this. Now these 3 products are the only products you're going to need for this step that we're going to be doing. Like I said, you can change the products. Like for example, you can use a different powder, but my main thing is that you have a powder which is lighter than your skin tone, it's matte, and it kind of shows up, you know, therefore it needs to be lighter. The other thing is you need to have a sponge with a flat edge, right? The other thing is you need a brush which is soft and not too big. So this kind of size is perfect. You don't have to use the same exact brands that I've mentioned, but if you do want those 3 brands, then you need to head to my description and everything's going to be in there, and you can click on the link and it will take you straight through there. Okay, first thing I'm going to be doing is getting that flat edge of this sponge, and I am basically just going to press into this powder. And we've kind of like covered up the sponge there. We've got a decent amount of powder. Don't be afraid to go extra with the powder. Honestly, it's gonna work wonders. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of like apply this and press this into the skin. Don't worry that it looks so obvious. We want it to look obvious. And I'm gonna do one side and then show you the other side. Now, first thing we're gonna do is apply it here, which is basically from the lower lash line. You see the direction this goes in? It kind of goes slightly up that way. If you're following the lash line, it goes there. That's the direction we want to go. So what we're going to be doing is pressing this, and you're going to see that obvious line there. See that? And I'm just going to press it in a little bit more. There you go. We've got that nice sharp line there. That's why you need a flat edge with a kind of sharp kind of finish at the top. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply this in another area, and that's this area here. Same concept. We're going to go from the lower lip line, and we're going to follow the direction of that, which kind of follows the same direction as this upper line that we've done. Okay, see what we've done there? We've got this area here in the same direction, this area here, similar direction. Now it's very harsh, it's very obvious, but this is where we're going to kind of change it up a little bit. And you can kind of see, like, see how this is just like, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm showing you how you can make it even more snatched. This is kind of like just my normal look, and this is going to be a lot more lifted, a lot more snatched. Now we're going to get this brush. There's no product on this brush. And what we're going to be doing is very lightly dusting away this powder. Don't touch that obvious line, just touch the rest of where that powder is, right? Leave that line there for a second. We're going to go over here. We're going to do the same. We're going to get rid of this obvious powder here. There you go. We've got rid of the obvious powder, but now we don't want that line to be as harsh. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of like go over the line just very lightly. And same thing here. Light enough that it gets rid of the obvious kind of harsh line there, but not so much that it's totally wiping it out, if that makes sense. Now, can you see how we've got that natural lift here now? So everything seems to be going upwards in that really nice lifted look. And here we've kind of like, we've got that nice natural lift from when we've applied the bronzer and contour, whatever, but it's not really kind of, you know, snatched. Whereas this side, I feel like is a lot more snatched. So that is basically that one step that you need, guys. It's really as simple as that. Now, what I did want to do is just also show you a few like little add-ons that you can do to really enhance it. But ultimately, it's just this one step that's going to get you that snatched look. So what we're going to be doing is pressing that powder into that, pressing the sponge into the powder again, and we're going to basically go along this area here, and what we're doing is just kind of like pressing it on the inner kind of part of this under eye area, so just there, and then we're just going to dust it off. There's no kind of line there, so we don't need to really worry about that, but what that does is it just helps to brighten up that little area there too. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other eye now. Let's start where we did on the other side. There you go, we've got that lift, and we're just going to dust away the powder from the bottom part. Same here. And then we're just going to very lightly dust over that line, that harsh line. There you go. Straight away, I just feel like it's way more lifted. So this is a very easy kind of technique that you guys can use to just lift your face and give you that, you know, give that kind of really nice snatched look. Now you can kind of give it that extra boost for that snatched look. And what we're going to be doing is going into our bronzer. I'm using my Fenty Beauty Sunstalker in Island Ting. Again, this is not part of the whole step. The step is already done, that one step. And if that's all you want to do, then that's it. But if you want to kind of add to it, then these are the little things that you can do. Now I'm going to use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting brush. I think that's what it's called. And I'm using the kind of smaller side of the brush, this one. And I'm just pressing it into this powder. And now this is where I'm going to basically apply it just above where I can see that faint line that I created. I know you usually see me using my Hourglass Veil brush, but that's like a little bit bigger. Let me show you. So it's a little bit bigger. So I use that usually when I'm just sculpting and contouring my face. But this one is a little bit smaller, so I feel like we can really kind of get that precision there, which is what I want. So I'm just going to go above where that line is, and this is really going to help to almost like sculpt the face a little bit extra. Like it's just gonna, because I've got that little faint line there, it's giving me the perfect marker point of where the sculpting can be kind of enhanced, if that makes sense. So this way I'm not kind of brushing all over the place and out of my kind of guideline. This is giving me a really good guideline as to where to stay within that area. So I'm just gonna like apply it here. Because it's a small brush, it's really giving me that precision. See how that just makes it pop a bit more? And we're gonna do the same here. Yeah, like straight away, it just gives it that little bit of kind of oomph. And obviously you can finish off with a bit of glow. So I'm gonna just add a little bit because I'm going out now anyway. So I'm gonna use my Ambient Tiger palette from Hourglass. I absolutely love this. And I'm gonna use the super kind of like, kind of, what shade shall I use? I think I'll use more of a kind of blush with a glow. So that's this one here. I'm using my Zoeva 134 brush. And I'm just gonna like apply this just to this top bit here, because it adds a bit of color, but at the same time it adds a bit of highlight, because sometimes I feel like lighter highlight shades end up looking really white on me. That is basically it, guys. It's as easy as that. I really wanted to like kind of break it down for you and give you a just one-step solution to getting a really nice kind of snatched face. And obviously, like I said, you don't have to use the exact same products, but I've given you an indication and gone into detail as to like what kind of product you need to use if you don't use the exact same product that I'm talking about or that I've used. But you can head over to my description below and it has links with all the products that I've used. You can head straight over there and that will actually take you to a site that I have called Shop My, and it basically has shelves of like all of the products that I recommend, and everything is in the right kind of place. So it's really easy. It's like going to an online shop. So you just head over to that shop and you can see what I recommend for beauty, foundations, powders, everything split up and they're categorized. So I've made it really, really easy for you. These are all products that you've seen me use on my YouTube videos. So that's number one. You can do that. You also have things like, you know, like just home stuff that I have. So there's a home section, there's a health and wellness section. So everything on there are things that I either own or have used and I would recommend. There is nothing on there that I do not recommend. So I feel like it's a very personal kind of page for me. It has everything that I love on there. And I feel like when you head over there, if you've been watching my videos long enough, you will definitely see me kind of all over that. Like you will see, you'll know that, okay, this is definitely Nina's area, because it's all the products that you've seen me use and you see me rave about. And also I just wanted to mention that you can head over to Sigma Beauty because you have my discount code. That's Nina Ubhi 10, and you're going to get a really nice discount off of all the brushes, because you know that most of the brushes that I use are from Sigma anyway. And yeah, I'm kind of like excited for you guys to kind of discover my vlog channel too. So head over there, hit the subscribe button, show your support, because I'd really love it. And I'd really love to see that channel grow as big as what we've grown this channel. Obviously, this is always going to be beauty, educational, but that channel covers kind of like what I get up to in a day, a lot of kind kind of car chats with my husband, like random stuff that we talk about, and also some kind of behind the scenes to beauty. Like you can come on a shoot day with me, you can come and see how I clean up my makeup room, you can see my studio more, you get to see like a bit of unboxing. So it has got a little bit of beauty, but not so educational, if that makes sense. So anyway, I am sending you loads of love wherever you are in the world, and I hope you have the best day ever. I really do hope you enjoyed this video today and that you're going to incorporate it into your own makeup routine, because I think you're going to love it. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.